Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 RPES Kings Clash Kickoff Show, brought to you by Third Party Gaming. Currently, we have a practice session up, as we got a few drivers in here, but we have over 35 drivers signed up already for Wednesday night's action. Still have time to sign up if you haven't already. Registration will close at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night. Another milestone for this week will be Wednesday night is the 150th official Reigel Promotions esports event in our history. So definitely a big major milestone. We put on a lot of events this year. We are on pace to have 93 events just in 2025, as we have just 20 left, including tomorrow night. This is the Kings Clash. Even though it uses the 360 sprint cars, which we race on a regular basis throughout the year, it is round 3 of 3 for the Reigel Promotions Esports and Third Party Gaming Challenge Series. We've had 2 events spread out throughout the year for those to this point. First one was back on February 12th at the Port Royal Speedway with the Speed Palace Showdown, the non-wing 360 sprint cars. And then round 2 was back in May with the UMP Modifieds at Fairbury. I guess we'll start with looking at what everyone's battling for based on the point fund for Challenge Series. As you can see, $50 and a trophy will go to the championship. Whoever wins the championship come Wednesday night. And second will get 40, 30 for third, fourth will get 20, and fifth will have 10. To be eligible for this, you had to have raced all 3 events throughout the year, which 5 drivers have, and 3 of them are signed up, which are your top 3 in points to this point. Before we get to what the point standings look like, though, we will look at all the bonuses and so on that we have up for grabs on Wednesday night. The feature winner, just as we did last year, will receive a custom trophy, which trophies, everyone always loves them, so they are a staple of each of our special events. Last lap pass bonus, which we actually did have one during the 360 Nationals, when Caden Berry won his prelim night on the last lap pass. You receive $5 courtesy of F&D awareness. The Best Appearing Car Award receives a free photo session from Metcalf Cinematography. And as every single one of our events, Premier Racing Setups offers a Hard Luck Award, which is a free setup pack to the driver that experiences the hardest luck. And Hard Charger Award is by Twisted Speed, who also gives out a setup pack. And then also we have our payouts for the feature. This is a payout scale that I have wanted to try since even before I began this league. It's $10 to enter for the race on Wednesday, and every single driver that makes the show will get their entry fee back, with $50 in trophy going for the winner, and then it slowly works its way down till 11th through 22nd gets $10 each. And then, as we were talking earlier about the championship standings, it's still pretty wide open, but the top 3 for sure are the ones that have the best shot at it. As Ty Williams and Jared Murphy both have a great shot at it, as they're right there in points. And Ty Williams holds the edge since all of his experience in the 360 sprint cars. And Jimbo Rooney is a little bit farther back just because he did not make the show for the first race back in February with the non-wing sprint cars. And as we talked about earlier, the Port Royal with the non-wings, Mason Hannigan, who is also our 360 point leader, was victorious in that in a photo finish. If you haven't seen it already, definitely go back and watch the replay on our YouTube channel. And Daryl Bass, who is the owner of Twisted Speed, he picked up the win in the UMP Modifieds at Fairbury back on May 7th. I'll look at some of our 360 Sprint Car track stats for Eldora. We have had 5 events total. Caden Berry has won 3 of the 5, as he won the Sovereign Showdown, which is the race taking place tomorrow night last year. Cole DeWeese won her first ever race at Eldora back in November of 2023. Then Kenny Hoffman is the defending champion of the King's Clash. As you can see, last year in the King's Clash night on July 16th, which is my birthday, Jack Anderson set the track record, and we'll see if that is broken tomorrow night. This is a look at how the drivers finished in last year's King's Clash main event. Kenny Hoffman, who I do not believe will be in competition on Wednesday night, picked up the win from the 7th place starting spot. So we were guaranteed to have a new winner of the King's Clash, as Trevor Royer, he put on a heck of a show trying to get by Kenny Hoffman last year, but was not able to get past in there in the end. Only 3/10 back at the finish. Then Matt Grimm, who we will have a word with in a little bit, he finished 3rd. And Caden Berry, all-time leading winner in the 360 series, finishes 4th, coming from the 20th. A lot of these names you will see once again tomorrow night. Now we'll go over our race format, as the King's Clash is the one and only time of the year that we do the single car time trial format. Nearly all of our drivers that have signed up to this point have drawn for their pill, which is the order that they will go out in time trials. So each driver will be called out to the track one by one based on what their pill draw was, and of 2 laps to set their best time. And heat races will be 8 laps of distance, and the top 4 will advance out of each 4 of those. There'll be a random invert that'll be spun after the heat races. After qualifying, it's either a 0, 2, 4, or 6. So the fast driver will start wherever it lands. And then we'll go to the B mains, and the top 3 will advance out of those. We'll have 22 cars starting field. And we have our redraw, which will be during the warm-up session. The top 2 from each of the heat races will be randomly shuffled in a spreadsheet, and that is the order that they will start in for the top 8 spots in the main event. Now, before we get into our interviews, I just want to remind everyone that tomorrow night, the Sovereign Showdown will be a return of 360 points racing right here at Eldora Speedway, live on Reigel Promotions Esports at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. A 30-lap showdown to kick off King's Clash week. And Tuesday we will have off, and then Wednesday at 8:30 we'll be right back here live for the King's Clash. And also an announcement, if drivers do not know already, we will be moving to Wednesday nights for the 360s beginning on October 1st, which will be our next 360 event after Wednesday night this week. That'll be the Silver Cup Triple 20s for the 360s at Lernerville. And next Monday, we will be right here at Eldora for the return of the 305 series as they battle out in the Reigel Cup. Now we'll see if any of our drivers are ready to be interviewed. Looks like currently we have Michael Scurring. I do not see anyone else in the broadcast waiting room to this moment. We're supposed to have Aaron Murphy, Matt Grimm and Michael Scurring for interviews. Richie Gaines was also supposed to join us, but he was not able to make it tonight. So I guess since Michael Scurring is there, we will go ahead and get a word with him. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Not too bad. Okay, you should be good now. Well, you were able to get a 305 win earlier this season, but you were not able to get into victory lane with 360s. But you have gotten 2 podiums, counting last year at Volusia and at I-55. I know we talked a little bit the other night about how good of a battle you and Gavin had.
Yeah, I always gotta love racing with Gavin. He's always definitely one of the hardest racers out there to beat, along with Caden Barry. But Gavin gave me a good run for my money at I-55. He could just work the top way better than we could, and uh, we tried to hit it, but it just wasn't it. So we just kept running the middle, and unfortunately, he got past us. But a podium's a podium, and we'll take it.
Well, you're sitting 8th in points right now. Obviously, probably not as high as you want to be, but how do you feel about the season so far?
Honestly, not too bad. We've had our incidents throughout the season. Just been caught up in some stuff that we shouldn't have been, but I feel like we're definitely pretty consistent as far as pace and being up there in the top spots. Just with everything that happens, it's racing. You'll gain spots and you'll lose spots, and looking pretty good. Looking forward in the season. For instance, Lernerville, I know we're pretty excited for that one since that's probably where we have the most confidence and run 360s on that burn without that outside wall. So, yeah, I think Lernerville and Charlotte are our main two, and that's where we're going to try and get our 2 wins for the season. But yeah, just got to keep doing what we can and trying to figure out everything we can do.
Um, you've had success. Obviously, you had the win in 305s earlier this year and 360s. But what's been your biggest factor in improving this season?
Honestly, I think the thing that we've improved most on is just being able to run the top at tracks where the top can be fast but pretty tricky to run on. So tracks like Eldora and Knoxville and just those tracks where you get too high up on that cushion and the wall just wants to pull you in. Uh, I think the main thing that we've been working on is just kind of finding the ability to run any line we want at any point during the race and being quick on it consistently for multiple laps rather than having one good lap and then falling back behind. And I think another thing is just being able to navigate through lap traffic better, or just traffic in general. I know there's been a couple of times where we get stuck behind one car, 2 cars for a couple laps, and we just couldn't break that gap and get through. So I'm feeling pretty confident, especially with the Sovereign Showdown tomorrow and the the King's Clash this week. So uh, I definitely think we have what it takes to be a top 10 or at least hopefully a top 5. Uh, but we'll have to see how it plays out through the week.
Guess the last question I got for you. Do you think your first 360 win is right around the corner?
Yeah, just like I said, I think Lernerville is definitely going to be our strongest track for the rest of the season. We were kind of hoping it'd be Knoxville, and because we started way in the back for the feature and we made it up all the way to second, but the last lap incident crash caused us to lose that spot. But I'm feeling pretty confident with Lernerville. Like I said, just a lot of drivers rely on that wall to be able to bang off it and run as hard as they can against it. But with Lernerville, without that wall, there's not much to do other than just being able to hit the top very consistently and not fall off. So I think Lernerville is definitely our best bet, and we're looking forward to it. Charlotte, like I said, also a good one, but that's way later in the season. But uh, we've definitely been fast in Charlotte in the official season, so hopefully that can transfer over to Regal and we can get ourselves a win there.
Yeah, Lernerville should offer some good opportunities for a lot of drivers because with the triple 20s, we had I think two out of the three races were won by first-time winners in the 305s back in March. So I like the format. It should offer some great racing.
Yeah, I definitely think so as well. It just kind of adds something new to the pile instead of just a normal format. So I think it'll give a lot of drivers the opportunity to be quick and stay quick and hopefully have enough of a gap to be able to run away from someone like Hannigan or Caden Barry or just one of the fast guys that definitely could win.
I mean, at least at the very least, you shouldn't be in the feature with at least one of them. I mean, as long as you're not very unlucky.
Yeah, we've had our bad luck this season, and we're hoping that lately the bad luck we got is the last of it. But you never know until you get into the session. Just coming into the Sovereign Showdown and King's Clash away from Regal for a bit is a little bit uh, refreshing. Just because of how little racing we've done with Regal, and I'm kind of ready to get back to the format and getting back to the racing action. I know uh, Caden Barry and Mason Hannigan are always fun to race against, and uh, just being able to have probably the best shot at any sort of league, and I think Regal just gives us that best shot no matter what track it is or what track state.
Well, we appreciate that. And is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
Uh, just got to thank my sponsors, RTB, Boys Graphics, Metcalf's Photography, Slideways Karting Center, First Form Energy. Uh, gotta thank my fiance and her parents, and obviously all my family that watches as well. They don't have to watch me race, but they do, and they cheer me on every time, whether I wreck or if I get a podium. So very thankful for them, and obviously thank you to you guys for putting all these events on and giving us the opportunity to race for something.
Like I said, we really appreciate that, and we hope to do it for many years to come.
All right, thank you, Andrew.
Yep. See you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow.
All right, that was the 07 of Michael Skirring. Up next, we got Matt Grimm in the broadcast waiting room. Matt Grimm is a three-time Regal Promotions Esports winner. And he finished in the third spot in the King's Clash last year. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Good. Obviously, it's been a while since you've ran with us, but you were able to get third last year in the King's Clash. Obviously, it's been a long time, but is there any lessons you think you can take from last year's event into this one?
Oh, any race you run it outdoor, you just need to really start up front and put up a good entire show, starting with qualifying and all the way through the heats, so you don't have as much to deal with throughout feature. And I mean, there's a lot of fast guys that run this, and you can't be coming from the back a lot of times. And yeah, there's just certain things that have to go right throughout the night to make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, I did see you picked up the Dirty Old Bashers 410 title this year, and obviously you've won 3 of our races in the past. Where would the King's Clash rank on the bucket list?
Pretty high, because I've never really gotten to win a big premier race on all my time on this sim. And yeah, I got DOB this year. I got DSRL, which is why I haven't really gotten to run your guys' stuff like your 360 season, because I was focusing on DSRL on Mondays. And or whatever night. And yeah, just been very fortunate this year. So maybe this year I can get those extra couple spots and actually pull it off.
I guess another question similar to the last one, but obviously you were able to get 7th in the 360 Nationals, which is another good run earlier this year. So how confident are you heading into Wednesday?
Pretty confident. Eldora has always been one of my good tracks. I guess it's just because of I've had so many laps there throughout the years I've been on here, and it never really seems to change that much with the updates. So anytime I load into Eldora, there's a sense of confidence and comfort compared to like some of these tracks where I get on anymore and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, Cedar Lake is one of those tracks. It just seems like it's always changing.
Yeah, iRacing, I don't know. I don't race nearly as much as a lot of the guys on this. I just kind of show up and wing it a lot of the times. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But iRacing makes it very difficult for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, when things are always changing, it's tough to keep up with it unless you're on here like every single day.
Right, and I definitely am not. All summer I've been pretty much running one night a week, if that, and now it seems like this week I'm going to be running every night this week. But yeah, that's definitely very abnormal compared to what it's been. It's going to be good actually getting like used to driving a bunch again and learning. Hopefully iRacing doesn't come out with another big update and mess that all up, but it's part of it, I guess.
Another question I got for you. In a big prestigious race like this, how do you balance patience with aggression?
Yeah, that's always something I seem to struggle with. I always go towards the patient side and kind of just ride a lot, and it gets me to the front if I start in the back. But yeah, I don't. Those like top 5 once you get there, you have to be aggressive and go for moves that might ruin the whole night, and it's definitely hard to get in that mindset for me. It's always like, man, I'm in the top 5. I kind of just want to finish here.
Because absolutely, once you get to the top 5, I mean, those cars are obviously a lot faster. So you almost hit a wall, and you just got to do things that you're almost not willing to do.
Yeah, seen a lot of like 3-car sliders and stuff at Eldora that like, man, I would never even pull that off. But them guys also win a lot more than I do, so I guess if it works.
Yeah, I'm sure some of those ones though, they probably lose just as many as they win by doing moves like that. So
Yeah, I could definitely think of some people who it seems very 50-50 on if they finish the race, but that's iRacing anymore, I think.
well, is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
Just thanks to everyone who's helped me out throughout the years. Like Steven, I know he has a big part in this league with sponsorship and stuff. He's always been there to help and sponsor and everything else. With Rick Main and Dylan Berg now on their team, and working with Aiden Berline with RTB, and been having a lot of really good runs here recently with DOB and some other leagues, and looking forward to keeping up with that program and all their sponsors, Highline Cinematography, Hinkle Homes, JRB Designs for doing my paint, and yeah, that's pretty much all the sponsorships.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, and hopefully we'll see you run up front this week.
Yeah, hopefully get the run tomorrow. That's the plan. Get a little bit of practice in, and yeah, I'll be there Wednesday and see what we can do. Thanks to you for putting this on too, and Ben, all the work you guys do. This is always a fun league to come run. I wish I get to run it more, but Maybe one day. I don't know.
Well, we appreciate the kind words, and like I said, wish you the best of luck this week.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, that was Matt Grimm, car number 91. He will definitely be one of the favorites come Wednesday night. Still some cars putting in their times in practice, but that's going to about do it here for the Reigel Promotions Esports Kings Clash kickoff show. As I do not see anyone else in the Discord. Actually, spoke too soon. Aaron Murphy has finally made his way to the broadcast waiting room. So we still got one more interview yet. Now, a few things I will say about Aaron Murphy. He has not ran a 360 event with us to this point. But he did finish 12th in the summer shootout last week. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Hey Aaron, you got a copy? He currently has himself muted, so we will see when he comes back to the computer to unmute himself. There we go. Hey Aaron, how you doing?
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yep, I can hear you now. Yep.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize my headset died.
It's all good. I guess first question I got for you. What made you decide to jump into the sprint cars this week?
I've been getting into them here more recently, and I've been racing officials, and racing in Lernerville and the officials really got me into them. So, but I don't know, just something different. I'm used to late models, modifieds, and I like the sprint cars. They're different.
Obviously, this league was started by sprint cars because I grew up in central Pennsylvania, so there's not much that people from there like more than sprint cars. That is for dang sure. But
Oh yeah.
then we obviously ran 12th earlier this week in the summer shootout here right at Eldora. So I mean, still a good run in that. And I mean, any laps at Eldora has got to help you for this week.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not the best with 358s of the big blocks. They're definitely not my strong suit, but I mean, I love Eldora. I actually live just over 2 hours away from the track, so I mean, I go there every year, and yeah, it's just a great track. So with 360s, I'm sure it'll be a lot different than the 358s, but just laps in general help.
Yeah, I'll actually be at Eldora this weekend. So
I'll be there next month for the Dirt Track World Championship.
I guess, I mean, another question I have is how different was the learning curve from going from modified to sprint cars? I mean, I imagine that has to be quite a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the 360s are definitely a lot wilder to drive. And also, you got to watch out. You can't bang the walls as much compared to the modifieds and late models where, you know, you got fenders. But I would say definitely with the 360s compared to like the big blocks is definitely wheel spin. I mean, these cars just feels like you can wheel spin so easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I know for sure, like what you said about the walls, Ben, he always has had issues with turn one. He always turns in too late and puts himself right into the fence like every single time.
Yeah, I struggle coming out of it too for some reason. I think it's just like at Eldora, out of 2, how it kind of like widens out a little bit. Because it's not like a perfect straightaway. If you notice coming out of 2 down the backstretch, and I always
Almost like a
just,
big curve.
especially, yeah, like coming out of 2 and with the sprint cars, you just got to be very careful with that right rear.
I guess before I let you go, is there anyone you want to thank?
I guess the girlfriend for letting me do this silly stuff, racing online all the time. And then the guys that I race with over in my Discord, Ohio Valley Sim Sports. I mean, we're starting up our stuff here next month, but just racing with those guys whenever I can, and a couple other leagues I race with, just keep me fresh, keep the rust off. So, I mean, there's a lot of people going to be at this race Wednesday, and I'm not the greatest at sprint cars, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what it's for. I mean, that's kind of the idea I had when I started this league, is to have it a little bit for everybody. You don't have to be fast to be able to enjoy being a part of the event.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, I guess I want to thank my one buddy Dawson. He's got a couple setups for me to use, because when it comes to setups, I'm clueless. I can drive the car. When it comes to setting it up, I'm lost.
Yeah, I'm the same, especially when it comes to dirt stuff. I know more about the NASCAR stuff than I do the dirt somehow.
Right, and I mean, he's got some setups for me to use, so I'm actually getting ready to hop on now and try some laps, see what I can do.
Well, thanks for being on the kickoff show, and good luck this week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was Aaron Murphy. He will be in car number 41 later this week. So that will now officially do it, unless someone else random decides to join the broadcast, which do not have planned. But tomorrow night, we will be live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the RPES Sovereign Showdown. It'll be 360 sprint cars, be able to tune up for later this week. It'll be round 10 of 16 in 2025 for the 360 sprint car series. We'll have off Tuesday night, and we'll return for the King's Clash on Wednesday night. Reminder, you can still sign up if you haven't done so already. You have until 7:30 on Wednesday night to sign up. Till then,